Hey, what's going on, Rudy?
Not much, dude.
Sorry for that weird Zoom
Don't worry about it.
thing, bro. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's usually like okay, but something happened with the sound. I don't fucking know. Yeah, but how you doing, man?
Just really busy, man.
Yeah, I know. We try to set this up like a few times, but you were always busy, man. I mean, I guess that's good, right?
Yeah, right now I'm kind of like, just like over it, but, I mean, I do it to myself, so. But,
What do you do? What do you overbook yourself, or what is it that you do?
I'm just trying to make money on the side right now, so I'm literally working 7 days a week,
Wow.
but on top of like everything else, like, that I'm trying to do with music or whatever, and just experiencing a new city. So it's like overwhelming, kind of.
Yeah, for sure. I bet. Yeah, with the new album release and everything. Well, I mean, last time we spoke, you were talking about releasing this new album titled Tender EPOC, and now fast forward months later, it's out. So congratulations, dude.
Hey, thank you, man. Yeah, thank you. Finally.
Yeah, finally. I wanted to talk a little bit about the record, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like this is your, what do you call it? Like your magnum opus. This is like your thing. Like this is your debut album under this new record. You're under Coal Mine Records. And it's got, tracks. It's got a compilation of tracks from, if I'm not mistaken, years, like maybe a few years ago, but new tracks also, and it's all like in one.
That's incorrect.
Is it really?
They're all from one session.
Ah, gotcha.
I personally would never make an album that had like random sessions from different years, unless it was like some sort of like literally a compilation.
Ah, gotcha. But
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm saying compilation because like, you finally have all of them in one, like in one record. Because I know you had like singles like, Los Canarios, that was like about a year ago, right?
Well, yeah, I mean that was all planned because we put out the 45 through Coal Mine, and we chose those two songs as like the introduction songs. They just, like, again, they happen to be, they're all from the same session though.
Oh, I got you.
It just happened to be like an introduction for people.
Got it. But it has been like a little while, right? So like it's been a long time coming, and finally it's out.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome, dude. And I know we spoke about it like a few months back. But do you feel like maybe do you feel like you took a risk when you released the album, or do you feel, because under the climate that we're kind of like currently on, or do you feel like it's like it was almost necessary to release that material?
I mean, I was waiting forever to release it, so maybe it wouldn't have been the best to do it right in March, hence why we postponed it again.
Mm-hmm.
But in that moment when it came out, I think it was kind of a sweet spot. But I think as long as everything is planned out and organized with your label and everything, there should never be anything stopping you from releasing anything, or like, I don't regret it. If anything, like 2020 picked my record, like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's for sure, man. I'm just glad that it's out. I mean, I enjoyed like all of it, dude. It was dope when you released it, and I love the way you kind of introduced the record, or kind of like prepped everybody for it. You had this mural with like kind of like a countdown. Where'd you get that idea from? Because that was like so cool. I haven't seen anything done like that ever, so that was really cool. A good way to kind of like say, hey guys, check it out, it's gonna come out in a few days. Then you have this countdown, and the mural would change. It would go from 5, 4, 3, all that. So how did you come up with that idea?
Well, yeah, man, I'm glad you liked it. I just think that in general, pandemic or not, like, you have to just be creative nowadays, because social media and artists and everything is so oversaturated anyway. So like, I just feel like sure anyone could. Unless you got, like, this amazing photo shoot going on, like, some crazy-ass, like, over-the-top photo shoot going on, like, if you just post, like, a photo of yourself or something, just saying, like, your record's gonna come out, I mean, sure, it might be exciting, but I think, like, especially with pandemic, like, I was just trying to think outside of the box about, like, how to get people's attention and, like, how, you know, like, just trying to be creative. So I was like, what if we literally kept changing a wall, like, one day at a time? Like,
Yeah.
I think people would be like, oh, this feels serious. Like, damn, like, they keep changing the numbers on the wall. Like,
Right.
I don't know. Like, I thought that would be a visually appealing idea, just so that kind of just switch it up from, like, the monotony of just, like, oh, a random picture of yourself, you know, like, kind of like a everyday Instagram post type of thing.
Right. Yeah, that was super creative, and I love the colors you chose for the mural and the album art. That they're very vibrant, and they kind of radiate this like energy of life, and I love the combination of colors. So that good shit on that, dude.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but, I mean, yellows and blues and burgundies always like been like my favorite colors, I guess. But yeah, I mean, there was something that me and the Coal Mine crew like collaborated or like agreed on the color scheme.
Yeah.
Like, I think you can tell like on their other records and stuff like that they have like they're very like in tune with like their color scheme and stuff like that. Like everything's very coordinated.
Ah, I see. That's dope, man. Well, I really like it, and dude, it's like 6 p.m. here in Cali. It's 8 p.m. in Chicago. It's been a long day for you, I'm sure. So I just really want to say thank you for kind of squeezing me in your busy schedule, dude.
And that's okay. I'm literally doing laundry right now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's what's up. And I guess that's a good segue to, dude, Chicago. What the fuck? That's so cool. Like, what happened? Like, I mean, you're an artist from California, South California, L.A. area, and now you're in Chicago. What happened? What's going on? Tell me all about it. I'm interested.
Well, I mean, that's a. I don't want to. I'm not singling you out. Just kind of using like that example of like, I don't know why people think it's like a bad thing or like, oh, what happened? Like as if something happened, but like, it's nothing bad happened. You know?
No,
like,
no, yeah, no. I didn't. I didn't mean like. What was like? I guess walk me through the process of. Well, I mean, actually, I'm glad that you.
And also too, like people like it's hard for someone to understand someone's decision making when like they don't understand like the context of that person's mind, you know, like
exactly
not just you, but like anyone. Like in my head, like it's literally like a no-brainer, but it's like, well, duh, because I don't have to explain anything to myself because I already know how it feels.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm glad that you bring that up because I think that I'm very spontaneous in that way, but I can see how many people fear change, especially when you're very established in the LA area, and I think to do like, you know, almost like West Coast to East Coast move, for some people it might seem like, wow, like you're changing things up. I guess what I'm saying is like a lot of people fear change, and
exactly, and I don't.
yeah, that's good. I mean, I'm usually like that. Like I usually like to change things up all the time, and I see friends or family or whatever, just people. They're kind of like in that same routine. I'm like, spice it up, do something wild, do something crazy, take a trip, get the fuck out of this town for a little bit. Like, I don't know, move out for a little bit. So
Right.
I just really admire people that kind of just do things like that. Maybe reinventing themselves, or maybe just relocating, getting a fresh mind. Because that's what a lot of like writers do. You know, like writers like
Right.
they just go out like in the middle of like Nevada, or in the middle of like not Nevada but Alaska, and just in a cabin, and they just write a book or some shit. You know, like did that play a role? Like different scenery, different opportunities, different music. What's the process behind that, or is it all stays the same?
No, I mean, I guess I'll find out because, like, I literally spent all my life in California,
Mm-hmm.
like, living there or in Vegas. So, like, I just needed, like, a bolt, like, an injection of new life into me. But it's not like I just, like, randomly picked this place. Like, throughout touring the last few years and my last 10 years, like, I just gotten to explore different places. And I would say, like, I was getting really fed up, like, and just bored and just, like, feeling stagnant over there. So, like, Chicago always really stood out to me. And it was, like, just one of those, like, places that I had, like, a crush on, you could say. You know, like,
Yeah.
like, just, like, a few other cities. But honestly, like, this one stood out so much more than everywhere else. And I just knew that I needed a change, and eventually I want to move to Spain.
Wow.
But I wanted to, like, I'm like, I need something for now. Like, I need, like, a short-term fix, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, I just need this for my soul. Never mind anything else. But if it wasn't for music, I would have moved away, like, as soon as I graduated high school.
Ah, I see.
You know, like, it's always something that's been on the back of my mind.
Yeah, that and I don't know if this is too, like, and please tell me if this is too personal too. But, like, what happens to, like, your bandmates that you're, like, acquainted with? Like, do you find new members now? Like, how does that work? I mean, I know that clubs are not open now, so it's kind of like you don't really need members right now because who knows when clubs are going to be open. But has that been in the back of your mind? Like, what am I going to do when things, like, kickstart again? Like, do I get new members, or do you keep the members that you had in the past?
Well, in LA, I had, like, a collective, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
I have, like, 2 people per instrument that I can call on, and they're all friends with each other, and, like a whole family, and they all have their own projects, so it's, like, they're just kind of part of my family, too. But, no, man, I'm one step ahead of you. Like, I already rehearsed with a drummer over here. And I basically, like, I think I can't compare my story to anyone else's, but, like, I'm basically getting my Chicago troops ready.
I see.
I think at the end of in the long term, I could see myself having, like, my Chicago band, my LA band, my Mexico band, because I already know who I would want in my Mexico band. Like, these 2 brothers who I'm good friends with.
Yeah.
Out there, John Rhodes and this other cat. But anyways, and, you know, my Spanish band. So, like, just, like, having different crews where they know my songs and they could jump in. But it's still, like, a small, you know, tight-knit circle type of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely, like, yeah, I'm
So
2 steps ahead of you, man. I already have, like, the guy who I want on keyboards. I already have the guy potentially on bass. So, like, by the time that the world gets back, I'll already be ready to go, and these guys will be rehearsed.
Wow.
And there's no real sense of, like, oh, well, I don't need a band right now.
Yeah.
Like, I guess technically not, but, like, I would love for them to be well rehearsed, and this gives us plenty of time to rehearse.
So you like to be you like to be, like, two steps forward, or 2 steps ahead of, like, the whatever is around the corner. You're like, I'm fucking ready.
I mean, yeah, like, I don't think any of us have dealt with a pandemic in our lifetime.
Yeah,
but
true.
It does seem like 6 months from now maybe is, like, a good guess of, like, maybe things getting somewhat back to normal. So, like, no matter what happens with the world, like, I can't control that, but what I can control is my band being rehearsed.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And so I'm ready, and I'm gonna wait to, like, play a proper Chicago debut show.
Yeah,
and I want to sell that thing out, and, like, I mean, you know, just kind of being patient, and I have other, you know, I can make songs in the meantime, or I'm gonna be collaborating with people.
That's so cool, man. I love the drive. It's almost intimidating. You're like, no, dude, I'm ready. What are you talking about? I'm like, oh shit, because I mean,
I have a song in March coming out. That's a digital drop, like a digi single that's already done.
Yeah.
That I did with Bardo Martinez.
Oh, nice.
And he wrote the lyrics
from Chicano Batman, right?
Yeah.
That's dope.
He recorded Like we just got stoned in his house, in his studio, just me and him, and we just made a. Well, I had like the music, and then he wrote the lyrics, but then I sang the song like the way he would have sang the song, if that makes sense, like in his Bardo style.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But it's gonna be like a Coal Mine digital single.
Oh wow!
I'm working on the art for that, just like digital, not physical, and then. In the summer, there's like already a 45 that's recorded, that's ready to be released.
Dude, I look forward to that. That sounds awesome.
Then already like planning on LP number 2 with Coal Mine, and Adrian from Black Pumas will produce it. And I'm already trying to work on like an EP with Blake from Duran Jones, but that's like super like that probably won't see the light of day for a while.
Dude, that is so cool, man. It seems like you're super busy. Speaking of Duran Jones, I saw, I think this video was recommended to me on YouTube where like you and what's his name, Aaron, I think Aaron Fraser, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys were like duetting or singing the "Is It Any Wonder?" Dude, that shit was so dope to see you guys together because I didn't know you guys were under the same record label. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's so cool because I was just getting into Duran Jones, and then I knew about you. So seeing those two like clashing together, I was like, dude, that's so dope. How did your friendship? Did your friendship start before being under the same record label, or did you guys kind of hit it off?
I think we hit it off like because their manager was the one who sent my record to Coal Mine.
Cool.
And that's how my shit even got going with Coal Mine. But I don't think they really knew me too well, and then. I think they heard that first 45 and, we're just being friendly, and they invited me to one of their shows in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to meet them, and I did hit it off with them. And that's when Aaron, he's like, I call him like Golden Pipes. But, but he's like, hey, man, like, what do you think of going on the road with us in September? Like, and I was like, trying to keep my best poker face, like, oh, that sounds all right, man. Like,
wow.
And so we went on the road with them for 2 weeks in September, and it was definitely the biggest tour we'd done, but it was also simultaneously, like, that whole month was with them and Black Pumas. That was my September.
Yeah, that's...
So I really couldn't even, like, it's still, like, too cool. Like, I'm still... I still have highs from those tours, like, and like to be, on the road with black fronted bands, and I'm a Mexican fronted band, and we're playing rock and roll music.
Yeah.
Like, it's like really like a neat feeling. But anyway, yeah, we really hit it off, and then after the tour, I feel like me and Aaron just kept like kind of building on our friendship. And we even have a little song we worked on too. But so the weird thing about that show or that tour was that he lost his voice for a couple of days.
Mm.
So like it was weird and awkward because the ladies love him, and he's kind of had like the fan favorite songs in a way.
Yeah.
And everyone wants to hear "Is It Any Wonder?" That's like the one everyone wants to hear.
Sure.
Even though all their other songs are good, but
yeah.
Anyway, it was awkward, and he had gone like 3 nights without singing, so I think he was feeling kind of bummy. And I was honestly just kicking it with my friends. Like, out of all the nights on tour, you'd be surprised how many times you don't end up really watching the band set that much. Sometimes you're busy.
While on tour?
Like,
yeah, imagine.
Right.
Kind of resting, right?
But, just busy doing your own thing or talking to people or whatever, but anyways, I took the time to just chill and watch the show that night, and it was in Petaluma. And I remember he got up off the drums, and he's like, I'm going to try something different tonight. Like, anyone in the crowd want to try to sing with me? And I was just fucking around, and I, like, raised my hand, but then everyone in the crowd, like, had recognized me because we had just played before them.
Right.
So then they were all started pointing at me. And then, like, this was not planned, which was the best part. But it kind of seemed planned.
Yeah.
Because Aaron started looking around in the crowd, and he's like, wait, Rudy? And I was like, yeah. And so he's like, all right, well, come on up. And then so I went up, and he like literally was like whispering the lyrics in my ear because I didn't know them like 100%. But I mean, obviously, I love that song. So I mean, like it's like it was like karaoke, but on steroids times a million. You know, like when you literally look around and the band like that sings the song is playing the song,
Yeah.
and you're singing it. It's like I honestly one of my top moments I've ever like had on stage.
That's
And
so
the
dope.
best part about it is that me and Aaron, like, that's my homie now, you know? Like, we just shoot the shit, and I even, you know, I'll tell him about my girl problems and shit. And, like, he sent, you know, like, I don't know, he's kind of like, we learned that we're, like, kind of similar. Like, kind of like the East Coast version of me, or I'm the West Coast version of him or something.
Mm.
I'm like, but no, but we just really hit it off. And, yeah, and,
That's so dope.
like, well, he lives here in Chicago.
Oh,
And
does
he's
he? That's
kinda-
so sick.
He's he's kind of like, was like one of the first people to introduce me to here last year. And I had such a great time, and he was such a great host. So, yeah, I mean, he was also kind of surprised, but also happy to hear that I was moving here. And I mean, yeah, I mean,
That is so cool.
honestly,
A little side note. I first like heard this song, and I didn't see like who sang it, so I thought the person was black. But to my surprise, I saw the video. I was like, holy shit! It's like it's not a black dude, because his voice is very like very high pitched. Is he naturally like high pitched when he talks? Because I know you were like kind of like, hey, you know, you were kind of mimicking him a little bit. Does he naturally have a high pitched voice?
A little bit. No, he just basically has a super, like, East Coast, like, he's from Baltimore, you know? They're from Baltimore. They talk like that, you know? I don't know. It's like a different... It's just some East Coast shit. I mean, he lives in Brooklyn now.
I see.
But no, he has, like, you could say a average, like, range voice.
Yeah.
But he could turn it on. Like, I've never heard anyone that could sing like Smokey Robinson before, you know?
Yeah, no, he has like those pipes, man, like that high pitch. What do you call it?
Pipes.
Falsetto? Is it falsetto when you sing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has that falsetto, like super, like on fucking point. I was really surprised. Is he Latino? Because I know his last name is Fraser, which is what is it, Scottish maybe?
No, he's definitely a Jewish dude.
Oh, is he really? Because like my first like dude, it was so like it's such a weird mix. I was like, I thought he was black, and then like I see him, I was like, oh, he's Latino, and now you're saying like, no, he's not even Latino. Oh man, that's funny.
He definitely got some black in him, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's so dope, bro. Yeah, that's so sick. So you're working at a record store now, right?
I was working at one in Long Beach, and I transitioned to doing that here. I have 3 different record-related jobs right now, and it's kind of nice, like, to actually to be called upon for like a skill set that I actually want to use. You know, like like I getting paid to catalog or file records or price records or organize records or dig through records. Like, I don't know. Well, I can't ask for more, at least for right now. Like, because it's just like always helps me find out about new music and buy more records.
That is so cool. Yeah, it's like your bread and butter, and like you're getting paid for it.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, and I'm just like, I know eventually it'll lead to like different kind of like paths where, like, I think in the long run, I definitely feel like I'll have like my own like 45 like imprint or something. I want to do something like that in the future.
Yeah, that's so cool. I'm a little confused with Coal Mine Records. Is it used to be called Karma Records, or is it the same thing?
It's the same thing. I think Coal Mine Records is like known for being like a funk and soul and R&B label. So like Karma Chief is like their imprint, but it allows them to like sign artists that were more like experimental.
Oh, so
or like psychedelic.
So it's like a branch out of Karma Records.
Right, like
Oh,
my
okay.
best my best reference is like back in the '60s. There was CBS Records,
Mm-hmm.
and then they had Verve Records, which was like a side imprint of theirs, and that's where they had like, you know, the Velvet Underground and like Captain Beefheart and Frank Zappa and like like, but it was
Yeah.
still under the umbrella of CBS Records. But at this point, like, they even deleted their Karma Chief Insta. So it's just, I mean, I just rep Coal Mine. Like,
Yeah.
it's basically just Coal Mine. But, I mean, the fans know that it's like a separate imprint.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
But, you know, it's just like a way to keep things, like, kind of cataloged. And it just gives them more space to, like, fuck with other bands that aren't necessarily that Coal Mine aesthetic, you know?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I
But
get that.
honestly, I think the Karma Chief bands give the Coal Mine bands a run for their money, though.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, I always joke around about that, but like, you know, Black Pumas was from Karma Chief, and you know, then we got Ghost Funk Orchestra, and then we got Neil Francis, and then us, and then there's Michael Now, who's one of the members of Cotton Jones, and then we got, like, there's just like a few different ones where I just think they're active and actually out there, you know, but before touring stopped, but like really actively touring, and you know, like basically like the Karma Chief gang doesn't play, like we're out there. Everyone seems like they're real hustling at it, you know.
Yeah. That's so cool, man. That's so dope. That is so cool. Yeah, I've been to Chicago. Chicago is super dope, man. I'm pretty sure it's getting really cold nowadays, right? This time of year.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm getting excited about 40 degrees.
Really?
Yeah.
Going from West Coast, sunny LA, now kind of craving that cold.
Yeah, I mean, I have, you know, it is what it is. I don't know, you know, I just literally got in the mail like this, like, it's like this hat with like the kind of like dog flappy ears.
Oh,
like,
yeah, I know the one.
but like it has like the face mask, like a, not a COVID style one, but just a cold one, like where it like straps over my face, but it's all one thing, like the hat and the flap and the face like covering is all one hat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, that's like a pretty serious thing, and you know, like you just have to have like thermals on and maybe double up on your socks, and
Yeah, you gotta layer up.
I mean, there's definitely like the days where the city just shuts down. It seems like where it's like, nah, man, like fuck that, like you know. But I think that might happen like a couple of days
Yeah.
here. But I mean, it never gets. I hear it doesn't go past like 2 days or 3 days, like. I remember days being rained in Cali where 2 days you were kind of stuck inside or something. So,
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't seem that crazy, you know? Like, I mean, I know it's going to suck, but I mean, it's not something that the people here don't already deal with.
Right, they're kind of, yeah, people that are like natives to the area, they're like,
But
it's like
I
second
mean,
nature.
it's not just the white people though, man, or the Native Americans. We have the second biggest Mexican population in the country besides the Los Angeles.
In Chicago?
Yeah, so...
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
So all of the raza is, like, dealing with the cold, you know? So I'm like, man, if they're dealing with it, I can fucking deal with it.
Listen, as long as there are jobs there, Mexicans will be there.
Exactly, and I met this old mariachi man who's going to be in my new video the other day, and he said he's been here for 33 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I did see that. I did see that post on your Instagram. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, I mean, stay tuned for the Helado music video, and half of it was filmed in LA, and the other half was filmed here in Chicago.
Wow.
He literally flew over here to Chicago and filmed, and then left.
Oh, wow.
Back to LA. So
that's so cool, man. It sounds like you're juggling a lot of stuff, and like it's like you start somewhere, you have a lot of pieces to your puzzle, to your overall vision, and you're just like trying trying to put that puzzle together. Do you have like an end goal? Do you see yourself having an end goal? Like, this is where I want to be, all that stuff?
I mean, I think so, yeah, like, once I got, like a European tour under my belt and a, like, South American tour under my belt and, like a Grammy and, like, all of these things, like that, and, like, I think at that point I see myself having a house, either here in Chicago or in Europe or in Mexico, and, like, really kind of, like, building the foundation for, like, the rest of my life where I can finally, like, have that dog in the backyard or have that studio where I can go in there and just be weird as fuck, do whatever I want, you know, like
just have the freedom to create.
You know, like, finally, like, it's funny because I remember an interview with Bardo once,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, you know, I wanted to buy a house, and he was like, guess what? I bought a house. so like, and he did, and I've even helped him, like, I've helped him move a few times, but
nice.
And his new house is tight, like, it's really beautiful, and, you know, it's not some, like, mansion, but it's a really nice house, and, like, it's, you know, sometimes you don't need, like, some, like, massive house, but it's just a nice house, and, you know, to see my friends doing stuff like that, and they're like, that's what I want, and look, I did it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have friends that have won Grammys, and, like, it's not, like, something that's out of the ordinary, you know, like, to me to think about. My next producer, Adrian's been nominated a few times, and I don't really care about it, and it's more of, like, a goal, you know, just like Billboard was a goal, and now it's kind of there. Now the next Billboard goal is, I guess, to just get higher on the charts next time.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, I could die happy tomorrow, you know. It does, like, as far as, like, whatever I have done or haven't done, like, I know that at least I feel happy. Like, there was someone posted on their story the other day, like, they were in some record store in D.C., and the record was next to Caetano Veloso and Arthur Vero's side, like, on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, those are, like, two of my, like, biggest heroes. But, like, for that, whoever the owner of the shop, or to have the reference to, like, put those three records next to each other on the wall, like,
he knew.
I mean, dude, like, I don't know, for me, I don't need, like a Nike sponsorship or something. Like, to me, that's, like, I you know, kill me now. Like, that's the kind of stuff that, like, really, like, just to see the visualization of something like that culminating and happening, even as small as it might seem to someone else, but
sure,
like, my record is next to my heroes, or, you know, some stuff like that is what's really gratifying. So, like, at the end of the day, you know, I think, I don't know, everyone should just try to do something that makes them happy, but, you know, obviously playing music is like a different animal.
Yeah, it really is, man. And the reason why I asked is, like, because I think people have, like, a overall vision of, like, where they want to end up, and, like, what, like, their definition of making it is. And then I've always thought, like, even when you set little goals for yourself, it's like, I feel like it's like that, but, like, in a lower scale. Like, when you're like, I just need to get there. But then once you're there, you're like, you're always gonna, you know, like, you're always gonna want a little more after that. But I've always felt like, I don't know, from, like, a musician point of view, it's always like, I just need a house to where I can create a bunch of stuff. Like you said, I can relate when you're like, I just needed a studio in the back of my house, a dog. Like, that sounds beautiful as hell. Like, if I have that, then, you know, I could, like you said, I could die happy tomorrow and shit. Like, I think just having the opportunity to create freely without any restriction or not worrying about bills, simple as that. And then after that, everything just comes, I think. I don't know if you agree, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to not have a day job anymore. But, I think, I'm closer to actually, like, feasibly thinking about that now than I was maybe 2 years ago.
That's so,
like,
cool.
It's like that's shifted a lot. you know. So, but I mean, everyone has to just do their own thing, you know. Like, what's one thing I know is like you just can't really like worry about what other people are doing and just kind of like try to figure shit out for yourself, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, because that can also like affect you in a negative way, where you feel like it's you almost see it as competitive, and then it affects you creatively because you're like, oh, I need to be there, like I need to be like this guy, and then now you find yourself trying to be something you're not, and I think that could be a little toxic when you try to compare yourself to others because you're gonna be different than the person next to you or whatever, but. As long as you
Yeah, exactly.
keep it original, keep it yourself, keep it 1000, then it's all good. It's gonna work out.
Yeah, and there's definitely like, you know, originators and innovators in the scene, and then there's the perpetrators and gentrifiers in the scene. But I'm not gonna say any names. So you just, you know, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it all comes out in the wash. So, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I said, if I were to worry about that, then I would be letting the negativity win, you know. But it's like I heard like this. I've been listening to the Griselda group.
Griselda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like the hip hop crew.
No, I haven't heard.
No, but like they're pretty blown up by now. But
like
anyway, like Raekwon did like the intro for their album. Like they basically like put like an answering machine message he left them on as the intro.
Oh yeah.
But he said something like, you know, no matter what, like he said this whole drawn out thing where he's like, guard your energy, you know,
right.
Mind your energy, like those around you, like what did he say? Don't love someone like, or don't, if someone wants to act like you gotta show them more love than they show you, or like you gotta prove to them that you love them, like you don't have to do nothing, like just mind your energy and conserve your energy for the right people.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know, that really resonated with me.
Yeah, I like that, perspective of conserving your energy. I feel like I try to do that sometimes. Like, you know, you see a lot of people posting shit on Instagram, like, this is my next move, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. But, like, sometimes I don't really do it. Like, I think,
Right.
I forgot where I saw this, but I saw, like, it was, like, live like a dog, like, be happy, and always keep, like, a quiet heart. And, like, I guess the quiet heart means, like, you know, just, like, whatever you love, just keep it to yourself, mind your own business, and just focus on that, because I think there's a lot of people that say, I do this, I'm going to do that, but then you don't really see it, like, happening. Like, I always like to just work on what I want to do, and then just do it. Yeah, sorry, what were you saying?
That was like the Chicago thing, like, I only told a few people, and, like, I didn't want to make some, like, goodbye at Long Beach, I will miss you post. I just wanted to be like, hey, what's up, Chicago, I'm here now.
Yeah, that's dope.
Kind of like Irish goodbye the city in a way.
Irish goodbye.
I felt like that was the most gangster thing I could do is like drop a record and just leave the city and not even give a lot of people the chance to even say their piece. Like they just kind of held it in.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, I felt good about that.
You were the father leaving for cigarettes, and you told California, "I'll be right back."
Right.
No, that's really cool.
I mean,
man.
I would. Yeah. So I don't know, man. All in all, it's just continuing the journey. But man, I'm on like day 40 or something over here. But I don't plan on going back anytime soon. It's like now it's really starting to feel like I live here.
That's so cool. Day 40. Have you been to Parsons?
No.
It's a chicken spot. It's really fucking good. I was just there in Chicago not too long. I think I was there right before you moved, like literally like a week or two. Cause I got a buddy in Chicago that also runs this radio station. His name is Ian, and I think he ordered one of your T-shirts. He probably messaged you about your T-shirts. Anyway, he lives in Chicago, and I was there like maybe a week or two before you moved, and and I was at Parsons Chicken. I think Parsons Chicken and Fish. It's a really good spot. He took me there, and it's like it was fire, bro. It was really good, and
Word.
yeah, it's
Well,
super good.
I'll have to look it up. Yeah, I'm sure my roommate knows about it or something.
Yeah, that's so dope, man. How's the scene over there? Like I don't know, Logan Square, all that shit, all that jazz. Is it popping right now?
It's kind of hard to like. I really don't even try to have an opinion about the city right now. You know.
You're still trying to learn the city.
Well, not even that. Just because like you can't, because it's like pandemic. You know.
Oh, true.
And,
Yeah.
and Chicago's taking it pretty seriously. So, like, it just does. It definitely seems like motherfuckers wild out here. Like it definitely seems like people don't give a shit, or they also kind of mind their own business. I don't know. Like, it kind of reminds me of like an evolved version of Long Beach in a way. Like a bigger city version of Long Beach. Kind of that like weirdo but hood. It's like the weird motherfucker in like a rainbow outfit walking down the street, and like it's like cool, whatever, no one cares. And then also like a thug homie when Timberlands could be walking down the street out, and it's like whatever, like no one cares. Like it's all kind of mixed in. And then like also the paleteros walking down the street, like so it's like I don't know, it's kind of like the LA of the Midwest in a way.
Oh, interesting. That's interesting because you actually are from LA, so I'm sure you're seeing a lot of LA in there that maybe I didn't see
There's
because
a lot
I'm
of
not
similarities, and then there's obviously like the cool thing is the not similar thing. To me, like the architecture is like completely different, and like I really enjoy it. And yeah, obviously like just the terrain and everything is much different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely picked this place for a reason, and I definitely knew I would feel like I speak more Spanish here than in LA.
Really? Why is that?
Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot of Hispanic people, and most of them aren't like pochos there. They're not like second generation. Like they actually like feel less like it's more awkward for them to be speaking English. And a lot of my friends, I don't know, they're just naturally Spanish speakers.
Interesting. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's that must be like a cool thing. like speaking in Spanish.
I always prefer or like practicing it as much as I can, so I don't mind at all.
That's so dope, dude. So you're washing right now, and you're talking to me. Have we always been like that, multitasking? You're like, I can do this shit. Like I can do both things. seems like that could take you like a long way when it comes to like applying it to, like in business, music. You're like, I'm trying. I like that because that's dope. You're like, I can do this, I can do that.
I mean, tomorrow I go to work, and then I have a meeting with this coffee company that we filmed a HD performance with a mariachi band backing me up.
Yeah.
And we're going to figure out how that goes, which, by the way, I can't wait for people to see that, because we, like, fusioned jazz in my music and mariachi, and they learned my songs.
Uh-huh.
And that was pretty insane. So I do that after work tomorrow, and then I go on a little fun hang with a little lady friend I've met out here.
Oh, nice.
So, like, yeah, like, life happens, you know, you just kind of, like, keep, like, for me, that's, like, about the day, and then by the time I get home, I'll be ready to pass out.
So, did you leave a hyena in LA?
No, I felt like I left heartbreak in LA.
Oh, man.
I
You moved on.
But, I mean, it's kind of funny because it's kind of continued on from, like, the last music video in a way. But I think put it to you this way, there's one person who's going to see this next music video and know that I'm who it's meant for.
Oh, that's fucking romantic as fuck.
I mean, it is and it isn't, because it's, like, kind of sad because it's, like, a lost romance.
Sure, I mean, Romeo and Juliet was sad, but it was still romantic.
But, like, you know, like, the benefit, I think, of being an artist, and one thing that I think people may be annoyed by me with, or maybe actually just realize that it's just one of those things about me, is that when it comes to those themes, I don't hold back, and, like it's kind of been like a recurring theme in my music videos.
I'm gonna
Like
say I'm gonna say something about that. I think it's cool. I think it's definitely cool. I remember Mac DeMarco coming out in Tropicalia. He's playing like three heartbreak romantic songs in a row. It's all about love, and then he stops and says, "All right, here's another song about love." Like it's just his thing. Like I think it's a reoccurring thing that happens in life, especially as a young adult. You fall in love. You write about heartbreak. You write about love. I mean, it's cool. I don't think, it's cool. I don't think, I mean, I'm not sick of it. I'm not tired of it. I like hearing your songs.
I'm just saying how, like, in the videos themselves, like, literally the women in my life are in the videos.
Oh, the actual women?
Yeah, like, Los Canarios was like, my ex-fiance. And then she, like, disappears in the video. And then she, like, literally, like, it's like we disappeared in real life. So,
wow.
And then in the Espumet video, like, it's like kind of a metaphor for that. Cause like we had a great time, and then right when I least expected, boom, she shoots my heart. So
wait, like, but how do these happen? Like, are these like shot after the heartbreak, after the breakup, and like it's like I need you as a reference to the heartbreak?
No, like it's like they were happening as
as you were recording.
Well, like the Canarios one, like we were together already for a while, and I felt weird having anyone else as the girl in my video, like besides her. So I just asked her.
Yeah.
And so then that was that. But then shortly after we grew apart, and then yeah, the Espumet video. I always, like, had a crush on that girl, so I wanted her to be in my video, and then that kind of sparked us hanging out. But then pandemic, like, postponed the album, so the video got postponed. So, like, from, like, January to, like, August, basically, like, we, like, formed, like, you could say, like, a relationship, and then she kind of, like, built me up and built me back down twice.
Oh, man.
And it's kind of funny how the video ends, because it's kind of, like, metaphorically kind of what happened.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I see, this is cool. I didn't know about this. I didn't know about your personal life like that. This is dope.
That's the thing. It's, like, it's funny, because, like, that's why some people do, though, you know? Like, some of my friends back home do, and it's like, I think it's hilarious because I feel like they're like, damn, like, Rudy's basically just kind of laying it, like, it's like when someone just kind of spells it out for you, like, it's kind of right under your nose.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what I was going to say. You're completely keeping it real. Like, you're actually using the actual girl, because, a lot of production, you're like, I'm not going to use the actual girl or who I'm trying to reference, but I'll just use this extra or this random actress.
Now the next video is finally going to be that.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm tired of it, man. That shit is traumatic. So I'm over that now. So I think that a lot of the video is kind of like that. But again, like, maybe now that you have a little more insight, you'll kind of see, like the whole idea, like, of someone, like, thinking about someone back in LA.
Right.
But you'll see how it plays out in the video.
Oh, man, I'm excited. When is that coming out? Do you know?
Well, it's being edited right now, so I give it, like, probably, like, nothing less than 3 weeks, because we still have to, like, have someone premiere the video and stuff like that.
I see. So how do you edit your videos? Do you have someone just completely take over, or do you have some saying, like, I want this scene to be kind of cut short, and then have a different, what is it called? Transition into the next footage or angle. Do you have any say in that, or do you just let people just do it?
Well, I mean, first of all, like, you don't, like, for me, like, letting anyone do my video is, like, I don't think that you just let anyone do your video, but the beautiful thing is, like, I just have, like, a great relationship with Adam, the director, who did Espumet, too. So, like, we literally collaborated on that video, like, very easily, and I feel like you don't always get this with people, but, like, I can tell him my ideas, like, I just trust him and already know, like, he has a great aesthetic where he already is going to edit it in a way where he knows more about that than me, you know? Like, I didn't go to school for that.
Yeah.
But, like, but we do have, like, a similar taste and aesthetic, and the things that I do ask him for or want, like, I'm very clear about, and like, I kind of, like, let him deal with the rest in a way, like, it's, like, in trusted hands, but there are a couple of key moments in the video where I was definitely like, I want this in the video, you know?
Yeah, like you give him some pointers, like this definitely has to be in there.
Yeah.
Okay, I
But
see.
yeah, unless I feel very strongly, then I don't say anything, and I just roll with whatever their idea is.
That's cool. That's awesome. And before we wrap it up, Rudy, I know you were talking to me about some call you made. I don't know if we can edit this out if you want, because I don't know if you want to talk about it before anything kind of happens. But you were talking about like Topo Chico. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah.
Are you talking about the mineral water?
What's that?
Are you talking about the mineral water?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's up with that?
I can say, like, tentatively that you guys, there'll be something popping up soon.
Nice.
Like, officially between us. But I think, like, my troll, like, finally culminated. Because I've been trolling them forever, and now it's like...
What do you mean trolling? Just, like, bugging them?
Well, you know, like people know that I love that shit, and I always, like even the record is called, like, Topo Chico Clear, and, like, people post about, like, people, like, post them drinking the Topo Chicos while listening to the record, and I've made shirts that have my name, but with the Topo Chico font, and it's just kind of like this, like, and we just did a jamming event that was sponsored by them.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like it's just like this match made in heaven that, I mean, I always heard people saying, like, I can't believe they haven't sponsored you yet. Like, you always rep them so hard.
Yeah.
And so, like, finally it's like it's going to be the beginning of a beautiful relationship.
Oh, man, that's amazing. Yeah, I can't wait to know more.
And I just found out that basically I'm just going to get cases of it mailed to me.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So I won't have to pay for it anymore.
That's awesome. That's a nice step forward to, like, something beautiful, like you said. That's so dope.
Yeah, cross off that one off the bucket list.
Where do you find those in California? This is my first time hearing about them.
I mean, any Mexican grocery store has them, or any bougie restaurant has them, or any bougie coffee shop has them. It started in Monterrey, but it got bought out by Coca-Cola a few years ago.
Of course.
And they've been bottling Coca-Cola at their facility in Monterrey since the early 1900s, actually, for Mexican consumers.
Natural sugar.
That's actually a region in Monterrey, the mountains, the Topo Chico Mountains, and that's where they get the water from.
Yeah, Topo Chico, but just it's one word though, right? Because Topo Chico, the drink is separated, right?
I believe it's 2 words, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think the mountains are one word.
But yeah, I mean, you'll see. I think for now it'll be like kind of just like this officialization of the relationship, but the more fun stuff will happen next year.
Oh, can't wait, man. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's so dope, Rudy. I'm gonna let you fold your clothes. Are your clothes almost out of the dryer?
Yeah, I'm pretty much ready to do that.
Okay, for sure, man. Well, I really appreciate your time, and I can't wait to hear more about the shit that you bring, because it's really good stuff. It's quality stuff, and it seems like you're super involved with everything that you do, and I love that you're always like super like driven. I love having conversations with you because you always have so much stuff to say, and I really like that, man. I really appreciate your time.
All right, thanks, man. I appreciate it too, and I don't even know. For anyone like who listens to whatever, like, just try to just be one step ahead of the curve, I guess, you know.
Yep. Well said.
But yeah. Anyways, man, thank you so much, and
no problem. Anytime.
San Jose homies always show love, and Can't wait to go back there one day. And yeah, we'll talk soon, man.
Yeah.
And peace to anyone who's listening.
Definitely, man. Thank you so much, Rudy. We'll catch you later, bro.
All right, peace.
Thanks again for tuning in. That was Rudy DeAnda, musician, super talented musician originally from California, but now in Chicago. I strongly suggest you go check out his album, Tender EPOC, under Coal Mine Records. I'll leave everything in the description if you're watching on YouTube, and make sure you check out our Instagram account, Graveyard Drug Party Radio, one word, where I'll have additional information where you can follow the artist and all that good stuff. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Later.